YouTube, what's up, y'all? We're back, brand new rec video for y'all. I know y'all love the rec videos. That's what this premise of the channel has been so far. So we're gonna get back to the rec stuff for you before 2K23 drops. If you haven't seen the previous video, please go check that out. Let's get popping. Basically, this is gonna be basically an extension off of the first video that I had blow up of basically playing point guard in the rec. This is being a floor general in the rec. If you've seen the thumbnail already, obviously that's why you're here. Being a floor general, being a true point guard, John Stockton, Magic Johnson, you know, being the true point god of the past. So that's all I'm really trying to show here is, you know, basically being that floor general, setting up the offense, slowing the pace of the game down and speeding it up at your will. They're gonna play at your pace, and that's about it. But before we officially get into it, be sure to follow the Twitter, be sure to follow the Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. Just lock in, y'all. We're getting crazy. It's about to pop off at 2K23. I promise it's gonna be big time. We're gonna blow up. But yeah, let's get to it here. We get to the beginning of the game. Don't remember this game too crazily. I just remember I was like, it just seemed like one of them games where I could showcase something. I'd say the first thing to being a point guard, to being a floor general is seeing what kind of teammates you have and seeing what their strengths are and what their matchup's weaknesses are. Does the guy you're playing with alongside, is he a slasher, is he a shooter? You have to identify the strengths of your players first. Right there, that's just a bad shot to start the game for me. You have to identify the strengths and the weaknesses of both teams pretty fast, pretty early on. You know, usually if you're playing Pro-Am or it's real life basketball, you have film and you can identify that early on. This, you have to kind of identify it quick based on their takeovers, based on how they're playing in the first quarter of the game. I see here that we got Bobby here at center, y'all. We noticed early on he's got an advantage in the height category. So I try to make it known early that we got to feed the ball down low to the paint. And that's where we're gonna get successful thing. Oh man, and Vaughn sees it. He's gonna take it to the paint. No problem for him. Easy money. But yeah, you know, you just want to identify the strengths and the weaknesses of each team pretty fast. That's your job as a point guard. I'm kind of doing that. I mean, it's your job as any basketball player on the floor, just so everybody's all in tune. Everybody knows. Like if you get switched on anybody, you know what their strengths and weaknesses are. You want to identify that. See, like, because even here, like, I see Bobby. You got to dump it down there. I see where we're going to get our money. You know, I like to shoot the three. I like to fill up the box score with points. But right now, I know it's Bobby's time. But yeah, I mean, I'm at the shooting guard position, but I still identify what's going on here. Because as a shooting guard, I'm also a secondary ball handler, sometimes primary, depending on the situation. So I got to set the tone still. And that's what I did. I took upon myself this game. I realized the other team's pretty solid. I got to identify the strengths and the weaknesses. Right there, I take my shot. My shot is open. I'm going to take it. And that's the thing. You know, the point guards of old, the Stocktons, the Magics, you know, that is the base. That is the foundation of a point guard. But you have to be able to score the ball nowadays. So if you're playing point guard, don't just play point guard if you're just only good at facilitating. I would recommend, because scoring the ball is a major key. You got to be able to score the ball. You got to be able to make your defender lose. You got to be able to lose your defender and make other defenders help. Right there, I just dumped to Bobby. Say, hey, get busy in the post. Barbecue chicken, young fella. That's all it is right there. Easy money. And we noticed their point guard, me and Bobby noticed pretty early, their point guard is that guy, pal. He is moving. He's got great dribbling ability, so we got to help out a lot. And then we see Vaughn. Vaughn's got it too, so gotta utilize all my teammates here. We got a lot of good stuff going on. 14-12, up too early. No need too high, too low. We're just sticking to it. Like I said, though, this whole first quarter period is identifying the strengths and the weaknesses of our team. I have identified that the guy in my matchup that I'm guarding, the red-haired fella, he has Kyrie Irving jump shot on pretty slow. So, you know, I'm kind of trying to help out a lot, knowing I can get back and close out late on the shot. Look at that. And that's what I've kind of identified. You know, I've dumped it down there to Bobby early, shown my teammates as well. They've all seen, okay, he's barbecue chicken in the paint. He's making the other center he's soft. We see it. So essentially, you know, everybody on the team's falling in line. They all see what we're supposed to do. Right there, I play a little too high. I can play back comfortably and contest late. But like I said, right now I'm identifying I can get open. See, that's the key. Money ball. I have to be able to lose my defender on the screen or in the ISO, lose my defender to bring other defenders on and make the easy pass. That is a key to being a true point guard, a great floor general nowadays. Making those early easy reads, but then also being able to, like, I'm still looking to pass. Like you've seen in the past point guard video, I'm looking to pass. I'm looking to facilitate, but I have to do moves that make it look like I'm trying to score. Like right there, I was looking to pass the whole time, but I was doing moves and opening up my shot, and just to keep them honest, you know. And I already hit a shot just to prove to them, you know, I'm a willing shooter. I'm good off the bounce. I'm good off the dribble. So, you know, they have to respect me. Right here, fast break. He shoots, breaks his back with an early release. Here we go, running it. They get it to Bobby. All our teammates are bleeding. Look at that, quick pass, bang. Identifying, making easy reads. I'm seeing it. On the breaks, we got easy reads. The paint's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet inside, no problem. But yeah, and then, you know, so like I said, the first step, identifying the strengths and weaknesses of your teammates and their matchups that they're playing against, so you can put your teammates in successful positions. So now we're going into the second quarter. This is the part where we've kind of identified, like I said, the strengths and the weaknesses. We've identified that. We have to always keep passing in mind, but this is where you gotta establish your dominance. Either the point guard or the shooting guard here, you gotta establish your dominance with the ball. You gotta, by this point in the game, your team should know that you're a trustworthy point guard. You're a point guard that's gonna be smart with the ball, not turn the ball over. That's huge. Do not turn the ball over a ton of times. If you do turn the ball over a ton of times and you just get it to an off start, that's just a good entry. Let Bobby work, easy money. If you're making like 2-3 turnovers in the first quarter and you're the point guard, don't be afraid to give the ball away for a possession or two and let somebody else handle the rock. Because, you know, sometimes not every game you're gonna be red hot, got it going, making every right read. You know, every game, sometimes you got cold starts, sometimes it's not going well. You gotta, as a point guard, as a true floor general, you gotta know when to delegate the rock and the leadership to other players. That's what being a true floor general is. You gotta be able to delegate the ball to other players and be like, okay, this is your possession, get us a bucket, open up a shot for us. Cause say right now I've been the primary facilitator. Say I give the ball to somebody else, and my shot's not falling. I'm like 1 for 4 with 2 turnovers in the first. My shot's not falling. I give somebody else the rock, let them do it, let them open up shot, and sometimes I end up getting an open catch and shoot. I end up getting an easier shot than I would get dribbling around, burning stamina. So you gotta know that sometimes you gotta give the ball away. Even, oh yeah, look at that right there. I say, okay, I'm gonna put my foot down. I'm gonna score quickly. I'm gonna show them what I got. And that was just a great quick stop, great money, great stuff right there. Yeah, like I said, even the great LeBron James has had the parts in his career where he's knowing I don't have it going this game, or D Wade's got it going this game, Kyrie's got it going this way. I got to give somebody else the rocks, a decent amount of possessions, and let them rock. And that's what being a true floor general is. You've got to know when to let your teammates rock, when your teammate's got the hot hand, when your teammate has the mismatch. That's all it's about. It's about the mental game more than anything, especially in 2K2. In 2K as well, I mean. It's You have to just know, like right there, I see the defense is a little lax. It's a little sagged off with a corner. I see him moving a little bit. So I say, okay, I know when I size up and fake drive to the paint here, he's going to move. He's going to react. You got to see those guys that are a little jittery on defense and they're always moving their left stick around. They can't stand still. And you have to identify that they're not in the lanes and stuff, obviously, but you just got to read and react. I'm seeing kind of the patterns of how the defense is playing. Right here, I got it in my mind. I'm getting it to Bobby in the paint here. And look at that. That's just easy money. It's just easy money. Easy dunk. We're up 3. Got to play some better defense here. Their guards have shown they're good scorers. They got what it takes to score the ball. Right here, just a miscommunication between me and the power forward. Good job on him. Obviously me and him haven't played with each other before. Haven't played 2K with each other before. So, if he's showing and getting back, that's a great show right there. I just got to commit and get back, and he did a great job. I could have got back. But that's just basketball stuff. That's easy basketball. And look at it, we're just balling already. I'm letting them run the floor. I'm not demanding the ball. Here you go. Extra pass. Easy reads. Look at, we move the ball around. We keep the flow of the game at our pace that we like. We run the break. We didn't score off our first option. We continue to swing the rock and make it happen. You got to be able to trust other players to make reads and stuff like that. I missed a shot there. We got 2 dominant bigs down there. They're making plays. But yeah, you got to be able to know when to pass, when to score, when to delegate the ball to others, when to let others have the hot hand, and when to know it's their game and stuff like that. Anybody knows, man, if you've watched Steve Nash, John Stockton, Magic Johnson, you've seen anything about their highlights, their careers. Having the great, it's not even like these guys are great passers, and John Stockton's the leader all time in assists, and Magic Johnson was like a point god, but you have to, it's the mental approach. You got to know the ins and outs of the game and the ins and outs of who you're playing against and what your teammates are capable of. And that's why, like I said, when you're coming in the rec playing pickups, it's a little bit different, obviously. You have to pick it up more on the fly, and that's your job as a point guard. That's your job. And here we go here. Good reset. I know Vaughn can cook, so I'm trying to get out of his way a little bit. Bobby gets me. I shoot the shot. Bang, bang. 3 points. I got 9 points, 9 assists, 0 turnovers. That's what you're going to notice here. Our team's taking care of the ball. We got 2 turnovers. The other team's taking care of the ball, too. I got 0. I try to make sure in a rec game that I'm trying to keep my turnovers to 3 at most. I don't want to turn the ball over more than 3 times. But that's also discluding, like, sometimes you're going to get to 4 or 5 turnovers if there's fluke stuff going on. Like if they're bumping you on the sideline and it should be a blocking foul and you step out of bounds or stuff like that, it's hit and miss. But right now, I'm just playing a smooth game. Nothing too flashy. Nothing out the ordinary. And we continue to chip away and separate ourselves and get ourselves a bigger lead here. And you saw it was a tight first half. And we continued to fight, continued to get gritty, and we just stuck with it. And as you've seen, I've played great ball. Our team's played great ball. Our position point guard, he's done a good job of scoring when he's got the rock. Bobby's just punished him in the paint. Our power forward's doing a great job spacing the floor. And that's all you can ask. Look at that. That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot. And that's why I said I got that scorer's mode, though. I'm not a true floor general. I have that ability to just facilitate all game, but I got that scoring punch like Steph Curry. I got that scoring punch. I got that ability. So, sometimes I gotta turn it on, especially when I get my double takeover like I got. Right into Bobby. Look, our team that's how you get good ball going right there. You see a great entry pass. We're moving the rock. It's playing great. We're 21 of 24 right now from the field. And that's just everybody feeding off of each other. When you're the point guard, you set the tone of the game. If everybody sees you're sharing the rock, you got the ball moving, playing good D, having like just great IQ, it's going to go well for everybody, and everybody's going to feed off that. Like a great board. He could have went back up. They had a mismatch. Unselfish ball. And now here they go on a little run here. They cut it to 11. And I'm staying with it here. I'm still... Look at that. See, even not every pass has to be an assist. Not every assist has to be your assist. Your team can all make good passes, and everybody else on the team can make good assists. You just got to move the ball around and make good things happen. Right there, I kept the defense honest. That guy's dropped before. I wanted to make sure he's not going to drop again. He didn't drop. Our power forward, very calm with the ball, made a great pass down to the big, and Bobby made a play. Bobby's got 19 points right now. Right now, you're just seeing good basketball in general. Now, that's all you want to see is good basketball. Because, you know, sometimes you come in the rec, the ball gets sticky in the rec. You know, the ball sticks to everybody's hands when they got it for no reason. They don't swing the rock. They're not thinking of good plays. You know, they're not spacing the floor. People are flopping. They got bad attitudes. This is how you start to negate stuff like that. Like I said, it's not always going to work. Sometimes you're going to be in a losing situation no matter what. Some people just get on the game just to ruin your day. That's fine. That's fine for them, man. They have a good day. I'm glad you're doing that. I mean, obviously I'm not glad, but you just got to be like that. You just got to be like, whatever, man. That's what you get down with. Okay. But I'm going to get on here because, like, some people, it might be their first game off of work, anything like that. You want to, you know, I'm trying to make sure they have a good experience with any game in the rec with me. You know, I'm trying to make sure you're having a good experience. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, I missed it. There goes me trying to score that rock. That was an early, didn't release it right. Great defense, though. Everybody's getting back on the break. We're not allowing fast break buckets. We know this team's got dangerous guards, so we can't be comfortable. Oh, step back, man. Oh, my goodness. See, Magic Johnson wasn't doing that, but that's why you got to mix the back then floor general point guard, you know, Chris Paul, John Stockton. I see, that's why I was mistaken. I ain't bringing Chris Paul, Magic Johnson, John Stockton. You know, even the other guys that you don't hear about, man. The Andre Millers, the Isaiah Thomases, the from the Pistons, the Mark Prices, the Mark Jacksons. With all due respect, knock it out the park. But yeah, like you gotta have. That's why, like, everybody's like new school is better than old school. You know what's better than old school and new school is when you mesh both games together and you just make a perfect, like, it's just a perfect song basically. Everything's humming, everything's moving. You gotta have that. It's good to have an old school mentality, but know the new school tricks. It's the same thing when people play cards, like poker players in real life. Everything back then was about reading people and getting lucky with the cards. Now they got all these mathematicians, they got all these analytics and all that stuff. Everything evolves. You got to be analytical, and this is with basketball. You got to be analytical. You got to be able to shoot the 3-ball now. It's a part of the game. You got to be able to set good picks. You know, you still got to be able to do that gritty stuff, rebound the ball, play defense. Because you see, those are the type of players that win you championships. Obviously, you need the star power of the. Obviously, you need the star power of the Currys and stuff like that, and the Kevin Durant's and those type of players. But you also need, like, I mean, how far does Steph Curry go without Draymond Green over all these years? You need the Draymonds. You need those gritty players. Those gritty centers they've always had. Kevon Looney, Andrew Bogut. You know, them guys that they always bring in, more space, more buckets. You know, those guys that they just play high energy, great ball. Iguodala, Barbosa. You know what? Like, you see, like, the Heat make good runs. Heat make the finals. Heat go to the Eastern Conference Finals, forced 7 games. I believe they did. They got Jimmy Butler. They got PJ Tucker. You got to have those guys that are gritty, the old school mentality, but you also got to have that new school scoring ability, that new school explosiveness, pace of play. It's all got to come together. But so far, let's kind of recap at this point. We look back, identifying its IQ stuff. You got to identify the strengths and weaknesses of both players on each side. You got to know what your teammates are good at and learn what they're good at pretty fast. And you got to understand what their matchups are capable of. Are they good defenders? Are they fast enough to keep up with the matchup? Are they big enough to stop Bobby in the paint? 2, you know, you gotta be able to know when to delegate the power of having the basketball. Because, you know, it's not always great. I forgot Rondo. That's what I was about to get to. it's not always great to have the ball stick to your hands for 24 seconds like Rondo sometimes does. Phenomenal passer, phenomenal floor general. But he holds the ball a lot sometimes. He doesn't move the ball sometimes, but still a phenomenal passer. You know, you got to be able to move the ball around, know when other people have the hot hand, when other people have the mismatches. You got to know when to score and when to delegate the power. And look at that right there. Just great pass. Easy money. The guy tried the front a little bit. I have no idea, like, because I'm just throwing entries, maybe get in the lane, steal it. I'm throwing a lob over the top. Yeah, so like I said, identifying people's strengths and weaknesses, controlling the pace and flow of the game. If you notice that the other team's running real fast and burning you down the floor and they're just a better team, their 5 is better at playing fast than your 5 is at playing fast, you got to slow the game down, make everybody on your team comfortable. Make the other team play a game they're not comfortable with. Like I said, LeBron James is a prime example. He played with great players like Kyrie, like D Wade, guys that were predominant ball handlers, predominant star players, and strived and were great with the ball in their hands. And LeBron was able to be great alongside them because he knows that he is the best floor general we've seen. Basically, this top 3 floor general we've seen in the new generation. But he knows when to get rid of the ball. He knows when other guys need to take the shot. He knows when other guys need to step up. And that's what's key, man. You got to trust your teammates. And that's very, very important. Look at, and reward your teammates. Keeps them involved, keeps them engaged. But the new element of being a floor general is you got to be able to open up your own shot. You got to be able to break down your defender and beat him. And it makes it just so much easier. I mean, think about it. If John Stockton could have opened up his own shot a lot better or was more aggressive at times, they might win a finals. At the end of the day, he's 6,000 assists ahead of the next guy all time because he passed so damn much and threw it down to Malone in the paint so much. But, you know, it's all part of the game. Being a floor general is more of a mentality than it is like a skill. It's just a leadership quality. It's an IQ quality, you know. I don't even know. That might be just like double dipping on the IQ quality. But yeah, you know, you gotta have IQ. You just gotta have the intuition. You gotta have that it factor. You gotta be that smartest player on the floor at times. You gotta just know, control the pace, control your team emotionally, gameplay wise. It's all about you controlling the game and identifying. Your job as a point guard is to identify everything on the floor and be a master chess player and just absolutely break the game down to the science of an atom, essentially. Look at that. It's just beautiful ball being played out here. You see as the games progress, we've stuck true to our style. 14 for Vaughn. I'm sure Vaughn's a guy that could score 30, 40, 50 points like I can. I'm sure he's capable of being a good point guard as well and facilitating. He's done a great job in his role. He stayed engaged. Great job to him. Great teammate. Look at Bobby getting a block for himself. But everybody on our team's been very engaged, played good ball. Even Hollywood at the 4, he has 7 points, but he's been active. You want to look at that? He's getting to the loose ball. He's getting to the loose ball, making a quick play, getting to the paint here, getting rewarded. And just an unfortunate circumstance, and Bobby gets a Barnett jump shot. But yeah, the power forward, Hollywood, man, he's got 13 boards. He stayed active the whole time. Because listen, always stay active, man. You don't know when your number is going to get called. Look at this, just beautiful ball. And Bobby gets a free dunk. I got 23 and 14 with 2 steals. Usually I get some more steals, but this game, you know, we were just locked in on the offensive side of the ball, it felt like. And we got a little bit of a lead, and I don't know. But yeah, just beautiful ball. Right here, you know, I'm looking to put some points on the board. Assert my dominance. Green bean. Bang, bang. Like it's just good ball. That's all I can stress, man. If y'all subbed up to the Twitch, you see the that's good ball emote. Because that's just good ball. That's what I stress. Flashy pass to the paint. Hollywood blocked again. Good pass. Oh, unselfish play. Little too unselfish. This is like everybody's just loving each other's presence right now. Everybody's just playing loving basketball, man. It's like Jackie Moon said, ELE. Everybody love everybody. That's what's going on. It's just, it's fun to watch. Like watching these games back and you see how beautiful it is when you get just a bunch of random people, a bunch of pickups, and you play ball like this. It's just good to see. And I've been seeing a lot of good teammates recently this past week. A lot of good just mentalities, a lot of good sportsmanship. Like a lot of just good people in the rec recently I've been running into. And you know, it's good to see. Look at that, just a dot, just an absolute dot. Just icons up, easy dot, just, oh my goodness. You're the quarterback, man. You're the quarterback, that's all it is. And I felt like we've had full control of this game since about middle of the second quarter. And we held a point guard that was moving like him to a fairly low-key game. Everybody gets involved here on a different level. Bobby scores 35. We shoot 41 of 56. We take 16 more shots. We force turnovers. Do a lot of good stuff. But you see 26, 16, 0 turnovers. Beautiful ball. Beautiful ball. And that's all you can say about that. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Holy moly. How about that, y'all? That was crazy. I was saying a whole bunch of letters. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're taking off. 2K23, we're going to really blow up. And, you know, follow up on Twitter. Pariah2K. Follow the Twitch. We've been streaming a little bit, but yeah, yo. Stay tuned. Leave comments in the comment section. Let's pop off, yo. Appreciate y'all for coming by. Be easy.